What's up, you guys? It's the Sonic Fable, and today I got a little review for all these guys right here. Yep, I'm looking at the pop figures for the DC Universe, the Marvel Universe, which is just one character. I'll explain why, and the Marvel's The Avengers and Dark Knight Rises characters. So, let's begin with the number one of the DC Universe. We got Batman right here. Very cute in a way. Details are alright, you know, they resemble it. Head goes 360 degrees. I'm using one hand, so this is why it's taking a little while. Yep, goes 360 degrees. Not much after that. Design's kind of neat. No mouth. Kind of brown for Batman. You can clearly tell he looks like he got a tan. Design's nice. It's a nice, this animated costume, the animated series costume. I like it. Yeah, it's definitely a good one for, Batman fans. Robin, on the other hand, let's see. I think he has a lot better of design. His head does turn 360 degrees. Yes, the cape, on the other hand, though. Batman's cape was easier to move. This one's really hard if you want to like push it out. It's really hard and it hurts your hand. So I recommend not doing that. The design's good for me. It's nice. I don't like how the hair kind of flops down like this, but that's just me being picky. And yeah. Kind of a little overlay with the eyes over here. But that's just me again, so, it's not my favorite of the bunch, but, you know, it's good. Now we have, the only Marvel Universe one. This is Spider-Man. It's a bobblehead, too. Some of these are bobbleheads, and some of these are not. Mostly the Marvel ones are bobbleheads. This one, since it's not a bobblehead, it doesn't move 360 degrees. The problem with the bobbleheads most of the time is that the heads move slightly to the left or the right. So you have to either adjust it manually, or just leave it alone. I mostly leave it alone, but sometimes I don't like how it's curved away, so I'll try to adjust it. But mostly, this one's good and bad. Like, look at the chest area. It's kind of dirty in there. The hands don't, both the hands and the legs don't look right. They're way too darkened in. The back is fine, though, on the other hand, except for, like, the back of the legs. Like, it's mostly fine, but this is just a really crappy design for Spider-Man in a way. So I recommend not getting this one. I recommend probably getting the Amazing Spider-Man edition if they do have one. I'm not sure. Again, I don't like how the eyes go past the head area because it kind of looks different in a way, but let's continue on. Here we go. We got the Joker from the DC Universe. My hand for a second. It's getting kind of cramped. Again, his head moves 360, but he's kind of the harder ones to turn. No explanation why he's the harder one. Probably because his head's a little bit bigger than the rest of them, I believe. And it takes a little while to turn, but that might be just my figure. Paint on mine is a little bit, you know, you could have painted it a little bit more. There's a couple scratches already on it, but I haven't really done anything with it. The design of the suit is very, very good. They got all the little details in there, definitely. Because there's not much to it. And don't move this. This doesn't move whatsoever. And it hurts if you do. And again, the other good thing is the mouth does not... Even the mouth does not... Actually, no, I noticed this right now. Look how this one goes super far over here. But then this one's just a little bit. So that's probably my only complaint about this. But honestly, this is my favorite one so far. Other than the Batman one. Next we have good old Soups. I'm supposed to have that, so I can't complain. The eyes, I can see why the eyes are black, but I don't like how his eyes are black. Like, I can understand some of them being black, but I don't like Soups being black. Head turns 360 clearly, as you can see right now. The cape, again, like Robin's, do not move, because it's very difficult to move, and it kind of hurts your fingers in a way. They could have did a little bit more with the pants in a way, and right here and here, the blue kind of doesn't match the red in the boots. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. There isn't much to say about this one, surprisingly enough. So let's move on. We got Hal Jordan Green Lantern. This one's also a bobblehead. I recently just purchased this one, actually. This one came on the other day. The ring is not as good as you think it is. Yeah, the ring, you can kind of tell that it doesn't look right. But everything else I actually think is really good, except for the top of the head. You can see I purchased it, and it came like this with these marks on it. So that might be just my design again. Again, if it's Target's fault. So, yeah. This one's probably another good one, except for like the top of the head. So, definitely like the third contender. For right now. Again, I'm looking at all of them one at a time, and then I'll give you my personal picks. Here's Cap from the Avengers. Design is very good quality. It looks like the Avengers costume that Chris Evans wore. It feels like that feels different than most of them do. Probably because they wanted to make it more movie license. Do not move the shield because it does not move and you will break it probably. I have not done that yet, but it will probably break on you. I'm just saying that. The feet, you can kind of tell that the coloring right here does not look right. And you can tell it on this shoe too, from the back. A bit without the shadow getting in the way. Does not look good. And then the hand, the star right there, doesn't look like much of a star. So, but again. This one's definitely my favorite of the Marvel ones so far. But again, this is the second one we're looking at. And the Spider-Man one, yeah, you know how I feel about that. Here's Thor. Again, with the head thing, he is the most difficult to work with, probably, out of the bunch that I have of bobbleheads. His head is too big for a spring, so I recommend if you can find a regular vinyl figure of this, or vinyl, I mean, I apologize, do that, because the head is just horrible to work with. The beard, I don't like the design of the beard. You can clearly tell that it's just a yellow marking, and then they just put dots in it. The hair is nice, though. The hair, they did a good design on the hair. The suit is definitely my favorite of the suits, but I don't like how the hammer, this moves. You could easily break it off if you're not being gentle with it. The stick is not connected to the cape, but again, do not move the cape like Superman's or Robin's. It's like, it doesn't move whatsoever. It really doesn't move, but, you know. We can't try that. Next here we got Hulk. He's kind of a difficulty because his head is big as well, but instead of going to the left, my left, like no, my right actually, that Thor does, Hulk goes to his left, and he goes and sits on his shoulder, which is kind of an issue. Hulk is the most basic of the designs. Okay, the only issue I really have is his eyebrows. I mean, stupid hair. His eyebrows are kind of too big, if you see. Plus, he's the only one who has a mouth, too, which is weird. Like, I don't know. I guess they made it for design. Again, I like the design of Hulk. His is definitely the easiest to do. They could have painted a little bit more of the purple into his pants because they kind of look awkward. And again, like the beard for Thor, they just did a bunch of dash lines into the hair for Hulk. So, you know, definitely a good one. Next, the last two, we have Bane, and my main issue with Bane is he's brown. He's, like, really brown. Again, he's a vinyl figure, so he moves 360 degrees. And I probably would recommend getting him as a vinyl figure, because I can't even imagine what it's like with him as a bobblehead version. So, if you find this as the regular vinyl version, please buy it. Again, the design of the mouth is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's very nice. Going around, it looks nice as well. It goes all the way around and shows all the design like in the movie. His eyebrows they're actually kind of fine. The suit is not as bad. I don't know why one glove does Bane have one glove in the movie? I can't remember. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but, you know. Oh, and there's this little mark right here. I don't know if it's just on mine or if it's on all of them. But, hey. But again, next and the final one is Catwoman. She's really light for her. She doesn't move her head at all because her hair gets in the way. Which is kind of sad. But, you know, Anne Hathaway has to keep her hair right. The ears, they're okay. Not the actual, like, ears, the cat ears. The line is a little bit too small. It doesn't really look noticeable if the coloring wasn't right. The glasses, I really don't like how they're cut on the front, on the top of it. The eyelashes are kind of neat, and basically she has a black suit, but she's kind of fat. It's kind of fat for Catwoman, which is kind of interesting. And she's kind of hunched over too, so her butt's sticking out. So I don't know if they were trying to make a sex appeal toy version of it, but it's like her back sticks out, her boobs stick out. It's like, what the hell? Seriously. But hey. Alright, so after looking at all of them, I'd probably say the favorite was definitely either the Joker one or Batman. Probably because they're the most basic designs and they got them perfectly right, which is fine with me. Definitely the worst is the Spider-Man one. Another good one is probably Robin and Superman's, the Green Lantern, and Cap. Thor, I'd probably put over here. He's actually not that good. Hulk's basic, so yeah. Bane's definitely, and then Catwoman's no. There's a lot of good ones, definitely, out there. I don't have a lot more, but definitely when I get more, I will definitely show them to you, because there's definitely more to get. And hopefully I don't get any bad ones like those three. Personally, I don't know if I will resell them or anything, because I still have the boxes. And the boxes don't have any ties in it, so they're easily able to put it back in. But, you know, I probably will keep them just for sakes of keeping them. But yeah, definitely, I say purchase these. And, either find the vinyl figures of these, except for Spider-Man. Spider-Man's, I recommend, if they have an amazing movie version of that, I recommend seeing if it looks different or not, and then buying it. But definitely don't buy a bobblehead version of Thor. And the Catwoman, I would suggest not getting, because definitely it is the weakest of all the DC ones and the Dark Knight Rises ones, since, you know, there's only 3 Dark Knight Rises ones, and I don't need another Batman, because I already have that one. And it looks exactly the same, except with the Dark Knight costume on. And yeah, so I recommend not getting the Catwoman one, unless they come out with a version of Catwoman that's from, like, the animated series, like Batman and Joker came from. So, that's my review of the bobbleheads. I'm not personally giving them a score, I'm just saying which ones you should definitely go out and buy. Not, why do I call them bobbleheads? Pop figures. Definitely go out and purchase some of these. Not these on the other hand, though. Well, again, regular version of Thor, if you can find it. But yeah, definitely get these. These are definitely good. And I'm going to put these on my my graphic novel shelf. So, right there. So they can protect them. And those are my Watchmen boxes. I'm thinking about reviewing them soon. So, yeah, I'm possibly thinking about that. Oh, and by the way, added some Avengers posters to the wall. You can see the pop boxes are up there. Well, some of them, and then some of them are down there. But yeah, definitely come back soon for, maybe more toy reviews, possibly. Again, thinking about the Watchmen ones, but again, I haven't opened them up in a while, so most of the ties are in there. Definitely check back for more comic reviews. See, look, the stack is getting higher. And then I'm thinking about doing a graphic novel collection review soon. So, check back later, and I'll talk to you guys then. Peace.